I think you're looking at it the wrong way, because if I don't have to remember my high school friend's phone number, I can use those 20 neurons for something else.
I understand what you're saying, but
If I may, guys, just briefly, I think what Jake is getting at is the laziness, if you will, of the brain that can be induced, which we're already experiencing, by the way. Okay, no doubt about it, with our phones and technological.
I know how to run an 8-track tape player in an old Datsun. That's totally useless knowledge now, but I still know how to do it. Yeah, I wish I could get rid of that knowledge and use those neurons for something more useful.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, and this is the point that I'm trying to make, okay, is that the brain's in the electromagnetic field's ability to store data that is essential for survival is then handicapped by using a tool over and over again, similar to how it is that, for example, television and social media has atrophied our attention span to somewhere to be like 7 to 10 seconds, where it used to be like a minute or 5 minutes or longer. When we talk about things like meditation or prayer or trance states of consciousness, we're talking about getting locked into a very specific pattern of neural activity where wave upon wave of conscious self-awareness washes over the brain in like an alpha wave state. And this allows the brain to, basically its full potential to be unlocked, where the conscious and the subconscious mind link with one another to what Jung called the collective unconscious. And this information field that goes beyond just the conscious mind ends up being able to be accessed, whereas if we have a medium or a middleman between the conscious brain, the subconscious, and the collective unconscious, then that medium ends up being like a very narrow bottleneck filter for all of our thoughts and our emotions, and could very well decrease exponentially the attention span of the individual, similar to the way social media and television have eroded at our attention span. This thing could actually inhibit the growth of human consciousness, which is the ability to focus and use the creative capabilities of the brain and the body and the field to create innovation, to create new ideas, and to actually be creative. It's actually like a circumventing of that process and the handing over of our minds and our souls to this artificial intelligence, which is not human and therefore not capable of creating things. I mean, I've seen some AI artwork, and there's some creepy stuff going on in there. So my thing is there's a lot of stuff going on in there, on a spectrum from creepy to fucking amazing. Well, I agree. It's not all bad. I guess my thing is that I think what really makes us human is the ability to think outside of a social construct or outside of a cultural paradigm. What really makes us human is the ability to process information beyond the use of words, to intuit and practice intuitive understanding, your abstract thinking, and creativity. Those are the things I think really make us human. And if we then place our minds and our bodies and our information processing in the hands of a corporation, which it's not so much AI as much as it is a corporation that's running the AI, and eventually the AI runs a corporation, but we're placing these very real human elements of the human experience in the hands of people that do not love us but want our money. And Yuval Harari,
Elon loves you.
Well, the dude over at the WEF, Klaus Schwab's freaking his assistant was talking about basically controlling people's minds and having corporations have domain over the hearts and the minds of millions of people.
That's an interesting point, because once you put wires